Hey guys, what's going on? Darryl Addison at Torpedopot.com. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. We're harvesting our Cheetah squash. It's really a hybrid of a butternut squash. And we're about to store them for the wintertime. Now, we're also doing a count to find out how many of these squash will grow in 24 inches. We've already started growing the spaghetti squash, and it's beautiful. I love my spaghetti squash. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Guys, these are torpedopots. These are self-growing planters. And what they do is that you put your seeds and your plants in that planter and it grows your food for you like you've never seen before. And it does it so well. So all I do is I'm coming out right now to harvest my squash. And so I can store it. And it does so well. All right, so I've got, we got 24 inches. And the objective now is to count how many of the Cheetah squash we can grow in 24 inches. I've already harvested maybe 2 to 3 already. And so we're gonna look at the remaining and see what's left. So in 24 inches, we need to understand how much squash we can grow. And Torpedopot is like a scientific experiment. Because all you do is put your seeds and your plants in that planter. Put it in the planter. And what it does is that it grows your food for you. You never have to grow your food again in your life. It's the engineering wonder of the world. You do nothing else. And the proof is in the pudding. I don't need to say more. Torpedopot grows your food. And it grows lots and lots of food. You will never be without food again in your life. If you trust growing naturally, growing organically, using the microbes in the soil to grow your food, then you trust your food. Anything else short of a Torpedopot? Don't. Be careful. So, I'm here to harvest my squash. Let's go get some more. So we're looking at this as 5 of the Cheetahs so far that we've been able to harvest. Let's get some more. Five, 6, 7. So again, guys, these are Torpedopots. And what they do is that they grow my squash, my winter squash. Yes, I'm storing my winter squash right now. So I'll have food to eat. And trust me, I love the Cheetah squash. I slice it in half, put it in the oven, and it provides me with a good, nutritious meal. The seeds that are inside of it, I can let them grow and mature. But we got 7 so far. Torpedopot is a self-growing planter that grows your food for you with no human intervention. All you do is put your seeds and your plants in that planter, and you'll have food for the rest of your life. Look how pure and good this food is. It's called Torpedopot. It grows your food with no human intervention, and it does it in such a good way. 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. Let's go get some more. Eight, 9. 9 Cheetah squash already growing on my Torpedopots. 9 squash. Who does that? 9 squash. All I did was take my seeds and my plants and put them in that planter right there. See that knob on that planter? I turned it on and it grows my food. I have nutrition at my doorstep every day, every hour. I do not travel far for my food. My food is right here. Dude, this is the game changer that you've been looking for. Learn to grow your own food in a Torpedopot. Nobody has control over you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In just 24 inches. 9 Cheetah squash. Let's get some more. I love my job. 12 squash in total. 12 chieftain squash. Dude, this is amazing. I love this. Oh my gosh. Learn to grow your own food. But you don't have to do all the hard work. All you need to do is put your seeds in this planter, the Torpedopot, and it grows your food for you. You see that planter? It has a knob on it. See the knob at the bottom? I turned it, and when I turn it up, I grow more food. When I turn it down, I grow less food. That's what Torpedopot does. It grows your food for you with no human intervention. You'll never have a problem with hunger again in your life. You'll always eat. Man, this is amazing. Let's go pick some more, okay? Wow, this is amazing. Man, guys, this is Torpedopot. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Oh my gosh. Isn't this amazing? We're part of pick 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 already. 14 already. This is exactly what I need. I want young, tender squash that I can eat. I love eating my squash right off the vine, especially when it's young and tender. Torpedopot does a great job of growing it for you so that you can eat it. It's the world's first self-growing system that grows your food with no human intervention. This squash is overdue. I should have picked it. Well, I'm going to pick it now. Let's do some more. This is a major harvest. It's a fantastic harvest. Man, unbelievable harvest. Let's get a better shot of this so you guys can see it. I hope that's better. I don't need to tell you what you're looking at here. Guys, this is Torpedopot. These are self-growing planters. They grow your food with no human intervention. All I did was then I walked up to this planter. I took my seeds in my plants and I put them in that planter. And they grew, already 3 so far, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 squash. Is it finished growing? No. The reason why I want to continue to grow is because, well, I want to put some carrots in these planters. If they grow like that, why not put carrots in there? Watch them freak out and grow 1,000 carrots. Torpedopot grows your food with no human intervention. And I want you to see the nutrition that's at your doorstep. So understand, once you get a Torpedopot, you grow what you want when you want it. Nobody determines what your food supply looks like. Only you can do that. And Torpedopot helps do that for you. It's the world's first self-growing planter, and you will never go without food again in your life. You'll have a lot of food. Food is not the issue. The issue is getting a Torpedopot so that you can get it. This is healthy, nutritious food. Has no chemicals in it but what I add to it. And that's the organic supplements. Dude, learn to grow organic food. It's at your doorstep. You put your seeds in that planter, put your plants in that planter, and you will have food for the rest of your life. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. Let's see what else is in there. Is the vine finished growing? No. By no means, it's still growing. Torpedopot will grow your plants to their full life expectancy. This is my harvest. Should I stop growing? By no means. The only reason why I've stopped growing is because, well, I would have put in my carrots. But no, let it grow your food for you. For nostalgia purposes, I want to have that. So what I'll do now is that I'm going to start pulling these vines out. Just to make sure I got everything. And I'm going to put my carrots in. This is the vegetation that comes from growing, in this case, let's count them again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 Cheeston squash. 17 Cheeston squash generates enough foliage to give to your animal. This is what this was all about. Let's go over this. Torpedopot is the world's first self-growing planter. Well, all you do is put your plants and your seeds in that planter and it grows your food for you. It's the world's first self-growing planter. That means you never water, you never feed. You put your seeds in the planter and guess what? It grows your food for you. It's designed to do that. We only supplement once a week and we provide a supplement as of now. Get yours today. So, I take my seeds and plants, spin it in a planter, and I grow food all the time. Now, you have to understand, I spent more time harvesting than I did planting. Now, that's very important. We've harvested in 10 feet already, well, 60 squash, which means that this has to come from somewhere. Where's it coming from? Torpedopot is the world's greatest carbon sequestration project. In 10 feet, it can grow 60 squash. At the same time, have foliage left over because it draws the carbon from the air and places it in your food. And that's why in urban areas, Torpedopot will grow very successfully because you have a lot of carbon there. Torpedopot wants to clean the air up in a city. And by putting planters in each household, you will clean the city up in less than a year. That's what Torpedopot is all about. It's a self-sustaining growing system that grows your food for you. You never have to grow your food again. Leave it for nature. So I'm about ready to put some new seeds in here, and I'm taking everything out. Now, I want you to learn a little lesson from me, okay? This is a gardening lesson. In your Torpedopot, I've just removed all of this material, plant parts. And I can use it to feed to my animals if I wanted to. But remember now, you have a lot of other species that were in here feeding off that plant. And some of them, you may think you know very well. Torpedopot uses the natural environment to grow your food. You don't have to grow your food anymore. And that's why this is the most successful growing system in the world. Not only can we grow 60 squash in 10 feet, and just alone with the butternut squash, to grow 19 and 24 inches, we're going to do a lot more. So yeah, utilize nature to grow your foods. Don't utilize fertilizers. Utilize nature. Nature grows your food inside the torpedo pot because why? Because this is natural soil. Natural plant parts to use to grow your food. What do plants eat? They eat other plants. Let's get some more. Please understand, these plants are continuing to grow. They're not stopped growing, okay? I'm not pulling them out because they're finished growing. We believe you can probably push this for about 80 squash. 80 squash in 10 feet, we do believe that. But this is not over yet. I'm simply replacing this crop because I'm putting in a new one. And my new one is going to be carrots. So, trust me, I do not want to lose this at all. I love this. I love this. This is beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Someone tell me that's not beautiful. That's beautiful. And look at that, guys. Bet you never saw that, did you? Look at that. What is that? Oh my goodness, look, guys, flowers. The flowers. Isn't that amazing? Bet you never seen that for a squash. To mature to that length. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. That is so gorgeous. Look at that. So many. I bet you've never seen that many heads before, have you? Well, neither have I. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Your plants are amazing. Yeah, they're amazing. Look at this. Look at all that that's inside of there. Look at that, just burst wide open. And that's what people normally get. They normally get this at the end product. This just bursts wide open. It's just amazing. Amazing, amazing. Your food is amazing. And that's why I want you to use torpedo pot, because it allows your plant to grow its full life cycle. That means your plants can live throughout their life cycle in a torpedo pot, in a self-growing planter that grows your food, that grew 60 plus squash. We believe we could have hit 80, but 60 squash that we harvested. Enough food to feed animals, but in addition, it could have gone even further to giving you its full life expectancy. I'm ending the life of this plant. This plant's life is not over yet. It will continue to grow throughout its full life cycle. Some hybrids don't, but most plants, if they're solid, they will grow throughout their life cycle in a torpedo pot. Let's go get some more. Man, isn't that amazing? Guys, that is amazing. That's torpedo pot. Boy, man. Still good growth. Still good growth. Oh my God, look what's hitting down in here. Guys, torpedo pot grows your food for you better than anything else you've ever seen before in your life. I think we've already harvested, this is about the 9th one that we've harvested in 24 inches. Zucchini, it actually grows tremendously, but we have it in the middle of the other squash, so it's not getting a lot of the sunlight or the room that it needs to grow. But we need to harvest it now, and it's pretty solid, pretty old. But it's food. Yeah, look at the vegetation on that. Isn't that amazing? That is truly amazing. Wow, that's unbelievable. Look at that. Still growing. Oh my goodness. Won't stop growing. Boy, I'm surprised, even more and more. When you think your harvest is over, you still have more to grow. My goodness. Guys, these are torpedopots. These are self-growing planters. I don't need to say any more. I think you've seen it all. And you know what can happen. So, in 24 inches, we were able to grow 6 of the spaghetti squash. And 24 inches, we were able to grow 19 of the cheetah squash. And 24 inches, we were able to grow 10 zucchini. At 24 inches, we were able to grow curled neck, 8 curled neck. And at 24 inches, we were able to grow 20 yellow straight neck. When we add all these up, we estimate you can grow a lot of squash in a small area. A lot of squash in just 10 feet of space. Now, as we start to, as you can see, the plants are continually growing, and so they're not stopping. But the reason why I'm stopping is because why? Well, because I want to put my carrots in. But let me tell you something. Torpedopot is no joke. And I really want you to grasp on what the potential is of your torpedopot. So when I say all you do is put your seeds and your plants in that planter, that's all we want you to do, nothing else. I'm just hoping this stuff don't fall off here. There you go. This is right here. Right here. Guys, Torpedopot is the world's first self-growing planting system. Don't let it fool you. It does a tremendous job of growing your food. And I love it so much. I will never have a problem with food. Now, let's take a look at it. If I get 19 of just, in 24 inches, we grew 19 of the chieftain squash. And this is my winter squash, okay, 19. So every other day if I use it, it should go about 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months. About if I use it every other day, it will go about a month, 20, 40, let's give it about 2 months. We can stretch it for about 2 months. But we're growing kale and we're growing other things during the wintertime also. But if you use this squash and store it away and have it when you need to get nutrition, you'll have it at your doorstep. You won't have to go to the supermarket during the summertime to get food that basically is not nutritious. You get to have your own food supply. Let's do some calculations on this. Give me 1 minute. All right. We're looking at 60 squash in 10 feet growing in a torpedopot. You just simply put your seeds in that planter. We turned the planter on and walked away, and it grew all of our squash like it's growing 158 plants. So, just imagine, if I'm able to grow 60 squash, well, that's 2 months out of the winter. And, well, let's say we last 4 months, so every other day we have a squash to eat. You know how much nutrition you will provide yourself with just this alone? Think about it. You will have food for the rest of your life. Those growing containers will grow over and over and over again. They won't stop growing. And they'll constantly grow your food for you. You'll never be without food again in your life. Trust Torpedopot. Let's pull out some more. See what's going on. Now, I'm ready to plant my carrot seeds. Just that simple. Out, out, and in. I got my yellow squash back down there, and we had such a great year with that yellow squash. And so we're still aiming for above 20 squash for that 24 inches. And so it's got flowers, it's still blooming, just like the rest of these are also. But I'm willing to sacrifice them for my carrots. So let's try that next. So now I put in my carrots, and then we get to see what we're doing inside of these torpedo pots. Now, good point I want to share with you. I want you to look at all this growth coming out of your torpedo pot. That's a lot of growth. A lot of growth. And it's not finished yet. You still got a lot of growth that's taking place on that planter. So, think about it. What's been harvesting your growth? What's been maintaining your growth? Has it been synthetic fertilizers? Or what's been maintaining your growth? Right. What's been maintaining your growth is the soil, the constituents in the soil, the worms and the pill bugs, and all these things that are growing inside of your planter are maintaining the life of your planter. And this is what they do. They grow. They grow your food for you. They do a great job of growing. And so they've been harvesting off the roots. They've been providing sugars. They've been hosting bacteria. They've allowed the mycelium to develop and to grow. This natural environment is what plants love. But when I take the plants out, what do you think is going to happen? Yes, it's going to collapse. Why? Because all of that nutrition was once coming through this and making it possible. It's not there anymore. So all of the bugs that you see in there are going to be scrounging around for food, looking for food. So if you put your plants in right now, they'll do really great because they'll start harvesting, look at the new plants, the new sugars that are being developed. It's so perfect for them. But in this case, if I put seeds in, they're going to be hungry looking for food. So you handle this in two ways. You can flood your planter out. If you flood your planter out, you'll kill all the bugs in there. And then you can build up a new microbial colony based upon the new plants that you have. Or, in this case, you put your seeds in and let them grow. Some seeds are unaffected by it, so the young seedlings, when they start to come up, what they do is they eat the leaves off the young seedlings. So you have to be careful and balance your torpedo pot correctly, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is that I have, as you see, my carrot seeds I want to put inside of here. But I also have hundreds of pepper plants that I've grown. And I've got so many of them that I don't know what to do with. They're overpopulating their planters. So I might put them in here also, with the carrots at the same time. DarrellAddison@torpedopot.com, where we make self-growing planters that grow your food with no human intervention. All you do is throw your seeds and your plants in this planter, and you will have food for the rest of your life. Each planter has been committed to be a biochamber. It's designed to allow life to formulate and develop inside that little small space right there. You see that knob on it? You turn that knob and it grows your food with no human intervention. And that's so good about a torpedo pot. You will always have food. My squash, based upon the 60 squash I've been able to grow, well, it'll last me close to 2 to 3, 4 months. And I won't eat it all the time. But I've got so many other things, like the 150 eggplants that are growing in those planters there. Torpedo pot is no joke. It's a self-growing planter that grows your food with no human intervention. All you do is show up with the soil and the seeds, and we'll take care of the rest. DarrellAddison@torpedopot.com. Talk to you guys later. All right, bye-bye.